vibrant city of Montreal is the setting for the Canadian Grand Prix. Scene of Jean Alesi's win in '95, the Frenchman's a hit with the spectators, although they still remember their hero Gilles Villeneuve. With temperatures rising into the 40s, the water that surrounds the circuit was put to good use, but the heat didn't stop thousands of spectators turning up to watch Michael Schumacher taking his first pole of the year. Mika Häkkinen joins him on the front row, with Eddie Irvine starting third. Jacques Villeneuve's well supported here and starts 16th at the circuit named after his father. We join the grid at the end of the formation lap with the Italian teams praying for results. Ready for action, and they're off. Schumacher's getting away well, and so's Irvine, who's closing on Häkkinen. Fisichella alongside Coulthard around the outside and up to fourth. That's truly on grass, and he's hit Alesi and Barrichello. Disaster for Sauber. On board with DC on the outside of Fisichella, side by side around the centre hairpin, but the Benetton driver has the line and keeps the place. Bad news for Barrichello. The Brazilian's car was badly damaged in the first corner incident, but the team are trying to get him back out. Still chasing fourth place, Coulthard's alongside the Benetton on the straight, the Mercedes engine showing its power advantage. Back with the leaders, and Michael Schumacher's beginning to pull away from Häkkinen in second. Irvine's third, Coulthard's fourth, Fisichella's fifth, and Frenzen's sixth. Michael Schumacher's controlling this race from the front. The marshal's worn of oil on the circuit. That's Schumacher over the curb. He's lost it, and into the wall. Incredible. An unforced error and a missed opportunity. It's an opportunity that's fallen into the hands of his rival Mika Häkkinen, who now leads. The Finns in for tyres and fuel. The pressure off with Schumacher out. Villeneuve currently 9th into turn 15 and into the wall. A heavy impact there for the local driver. With the debris cleared from the track, the safety car pulls off and the race resumes. Mika Häkkinen, the race leader, Irvine second, Coulthard third, Fisichella fourth and Frentzen fifth. Häkkinen's safe in front, but Irvine isn't. Under attack from Coulthard going into the hairpin. Irvine keeps his foot down, there's contact, and both drivers are off. No damage done, and the drivers are able to continue, but they've lost time and places. Eddie's back in 6th now and chasing Johnny Herbert in the Stewart. DC receives his punishment for a pit exit infringement, which puts him down to 10th. Eddie Irvine has the bit between his teeth and is looking to pass the Englishman. The Ferrari driver's through, taking an unusual line into the last corner, and is up to 5th. The Ulsterman's not finished yet. He has Ralf Schumacher in his sights, and the Ferrari engine is more than powerful enough, passing the Williams driver and up to 4th. Mika Häkkinen has a comfortable lead, and with only a few laps left to complete, 10 points look within reach. Frenzen's up to 2nd, but Fisichella's pushing hard and catching all the time. The Jordan driver's under pressure, and he's off. It's a big one into the tyre wall. Brake failure on the Jordan meant Frentzen didn't stand a chance, giving Eddie a headache. It's the last lap, and the safety car pulls off, but no one is allowed to pass Mika Häkkinen before the line, making this race effectively the first time a Grand Prix has finished under a safety car. Victory goes to Häkkinen for the 3rd time this year, and one well-deserved. Joy for Fisichella and Benetton, who go one better than last year, finishing 2nd. Bitter disappointment for Jordan, though. It's the 2nd race in a row. Mechanical problems have sidelined the team. The win places Mika at the top of the Drivers' Championship for the first time this season, putting his title aspirations back on track.
I feel incredible. It was excellent race, because I was comfortable with the car, and I was just able to go quicker if I wanted to, but there was no reason for it because the level of risk what would have happened. And then I saw Michael going off, and I don't know exactly what happened, but turned up to be very, very good for me.
Magic for Mika in Montreal. With Irvine 3rd and Ralf Schumacher 4th, Herbert and Diniz round off the point scorers.
I drive, therefore I am.
It's almost a tradition of the Gilles Villeneuve circuit that there's controversy at the first corner, and this year was no exception when Trulli hit Alesi and Barrichello.
All the people from Ford are here to see the race, and we didn't have a failure. We had someone driving a Formula 1 very bad.
After qualifying 5th, it was a major disappointment, and the replay does show Trulli travelling quicker than the others.
Trulli came on the inside. I think he was maybe going back to the go-karts times when he just braked too late and took me off the race.
It's damaged all the side pod and half the electrics are hanging out of there, but because the pace car was out, we said we'll just fix it, go on and do a lap and see if it feels okay. But those carry on, because you never know what's going to happen in a race like this.
The Brazilian retired soon after. Turn 15 accounted for many retirements during the race.
I just indexed the corner when I pushed the throttle for the power, and the car went oversteer, and I don't know, maybe it was my mistake.
Ricardo Zonta was the first, Damon Hill was next.
Well, it was an accident. I crashed the car. Basically, I lost control of the vehicle and hit the wall. There's nothing more to it than that.
The next retirement was more of a surprise.
I had just before various laps where I almost lost it in that chicane because other people heavily went over it, and I had a lot of dust on my line actually. Just was trying to build up my lead, which I needed for my pit stop, and everything went well until this moment. But it was very clearly a mistake by myself. Just lost it and hit the wall. I seem to make one a year, and I hope that is the last one I make this year.
2 world champions out, 1 to go.
Some drivers cut it pretty hard, and there's a lot of sand going on the track, so if you're just a little bit wide, you lose a lot of grip, and well, the same for everybody.
Eddie Irvine had an entertaining, if controversial, race.
We were side by side through the first corner, but he went very, very wide, and then I just took the next one and he just clipped my rear wheel and spun me.
The Ulsterman first tussled with David Coulthard.
When going to the second corner, I was on the inside, and I understand he tried to go to the outside to overtake me again, but I think he turned in a little too early because I'm on the inside. I can't disappear. You know, the only way for me to not hit him was to go on the grass, and that's not the racetrack.
But Irvine disagreed.
I got a good run at him and I was alongside him, and Johnny braked really, really late, and I had to brake that little bit later, and we didn't make the corner.
I think it was a bit naughty what he did because he had no intention of going around the corner.
Once past, there was no stopping the Ferrari driver, who went on to finish on the podium. It was a double celebration in Canada for Jackie Stewart, his 60th birthday, and the sale of Stewart to Ford.
The idea is a long-term commitment by Ford. They've bought Cosworth and they've bought the Stewart Ford team. That's a very big statement. If we're thinking down the line some distance, we've got to be beating up McLaren and Ferrari, supposedly. If you're going to do that, you need all the latest kit. And to do that, you need a major car maker.
Ford is the second largest motor manufacturer in the world. It's only fit, therefore, and right that we actually took 100% control of the team and take it back to the top, and that's the way Ford should be. Jackie Stewart will still remain as chairman and chief executive officer, and Paul Stewart will remain as the deputy chairman.